win streaks. One of the biggest talking points heading into this Rumble stage. In this match, I thought we'd honestly be covering the two only undefeated teams in this tournament. And, well, this happened.
Absolutely beautiful. If you want to see what the best team in the world plays like, you better take notes. It's MSI and J2 are back.
So, we enter this LCK versus LPL matchup with either squad suffering a loss. But that is okay, as we still have a lot of good action to cover. So strap on in as we take a deep dive into T1 versus RNG. So let's get the drafts dissected for either side, starting with the Royal Never Give Up squad. And they have drafted a lot of heavy burst and dive, with the whole squad having the ability to enter the backline. Moreover, Kaiser, Camille, and Ari all provide a lot of burst, so when the point-click CC from Volley and Naught comes through, they can instantly burst someone out in a team fight. As for T1, they have a lot of range and safety. With a front-to-back team fighting comp, Gwen and Xin will look to sustain through the burst and snip through any RNG members who want to attempt to breach to the backline. To which, the Zoe and Ezreal will be in a ranged position, using their AP and AD damage to essentially burst out a target. Now, my biggest concern for T1's draft is with their jungler. Xin Zhao has an ultimate that's not very effective against the RNG lineup, because they want to be up close and personal with you. They want to be giving you a nice tango, not a COVID-safe salsa. So his ability to negate range damage is not very good against this squad, but whether or not this provides helpful, we're yet to see as we roll on into the team fight. Originally, I was going to look at the Gala Quadra-Kill and explain why he is the best performing player at this tourney, but I think it is better we look at the fight that gave him that big old juicy power spike. As 23 minutes into the game, RNG lead in the kills. However, T1 have a marginal gold lead due to the 2 extra turrets they have gotten for themselves. Now, with T1's Soul Point Drake on the table, RNG look to set up a pincering defense around the pit, and T1 recognize this setup as Carrier and Faker spots out Xiaohu, forcing the RNG mid to retreat back to his team and use the Hex Gates to get over to the other side. The Drake now is essentially a burger flip, as both junglers are in a position to smite the objective, until Faker essentially forces the Sky Splitter out from the Volley Bear, which gives T1 the advantage over this Drake. Alongside this, Xiaohu is locked up by a Solar Flare, so when T1 secure this Drake, they have an immediate follow-up play. Because Ming is always going to look to peel for his mid laner and lock down any of T1's carries, so a return kill could essentially happen, it isn't the best for him, as he does allow Xiaohu to participate, but he does not, as he is immediately popped without even using that depth charge that could essentially allow for follow-up kills to happen. However, RNG know that they have Gala, and this is the Gala show, of course, and with the abilities that Kaiser have, he is able to trade one back onto the Leona. Then we have a position that is, do we or don't we continue to fight, as both teams wait for their cooldowns, of which Xin gets his W and E combo into Q up first and immediately dives into low health Ari. this is essentially a sacrificial play, as he doesn't essentially count for the charm to come out from Xiaohu, which provides a void stack and an escape for Gala, who uses the killer instinct over the wall to destroy Owner. Now, this leaves us in a 4v3, and we start to see arguably one of RNG's biggest weaknesses, the top side aggressiveness, as Bin just yeets himself into T1, and on his own, you can kind of figure that Faker is going to clean him up. And we then just watch Faker's quick transition with 2 stolen flashes, and boom, he's immediately on top of Wei. To which Faker moves to the side walls, which allows him to extend his reach of his E, and then using the Sleepy Trouble Bubble as a perfect zoning tool, it forces Gala to flash, and that executes off Wei because he has nowhere to go. Obviously here, we'd assume the fight's over, but the respawns are up for RNG as Bin is back, and Zeus is unable to get out as Camille stops the escape and has his ult ready to dissuade the Gwen from going anywhere near him. Lastly, it's Faker's time to die, who in my opinion could have escaped if he flashed early and used the Zoe W movement speed, but he doesn't. He gets hooked, he gets locked down, and that is an easy shutdown to Gala. And in the end, this fight ends in a 4-3 favor for RNG, but the gold lead is still T1's. But during that fight, halfway through, when Gala went back and reset, he picked up his IE. That's a big item power spike on Kaiser. It just means more and more harass can come out that inevitably leads to that quadra kill in a few minutes time. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this teamfight breakdown, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new and if you want to. And I'll see you guys next time, where we will discuss the playoffs here at MSI. See you guys then.